Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Claflin Athletic Show, Season 3. And we have a young man on who probably needs no introduction to the Claflin family, especially to the students, because he's so active with them. We had him on last year and really fortunate enough to have him back on again. And know that this is really his name. This is Dr. Welcome to the show again, Doc.
How you doing? I'm glad to be back on.
You always come and bring us such energy and such information of stuff that we were able to share with people outside of Claflin that we had no idea some of those things were happening on campus.
Yeah, we always have a lot going on the Hilltop High. Our students keep us busy, but that's a part of how we want to just make sure they have a phenomenal experience here at Claflin. And so there's no day is the same, and there's never a dull moment.
No day is the same, and never a dull moment. Oh, and then this is a busy week to top it off. This is one of the best weeks of the year. What's going on this week, Doc?
I think I want to play on the Christmas song. It's the most wonderful time of the year here at Claflin because it is homecoming week. It started off Saturday, and we are now into the thick of things. And there's just a buzz on campus, excitement. So we are headed into the big weekend with the basketball games and the homecoming concert.
Wow. Homecoming everywhere is really special. And Claflin,
yeah,
it's no different. It's really electric on campus then.
It definitely is. You can just feel it from the students, staff, faculty. Everybody is reared up and ready to go.
Well, Doctor, you know already, it's the students are the heartbeat of the campus. Once they get everything going, everybody else just falls in line.
Absolutely. The lifeblood of our campus are phenomenal students, and they keep us on our toes, and they are, their excitement keeps us young and fresh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let Doctor introduce two very special guests that he has with us today on the show. I'm going to let him introduce these phenomenal students to you.
Absolutely. So how y'all doing this morning? We have our Student Government Association President, Mr. Joshua Williams, and our Student Activities Board Second Vice President, Ms. Tiara Harewood. They are two of our best leaders on campus, and they are really individuals who their peers look to as people who are just the know-it-alls. They know everything on campus. They're the planners of the events. They're the people that are in the weeds and in the trenches with them, making sure that they have a phenomenal experience. And as their advisor, they make my job easy because they do what they're supposed to do, and I don't have to worry about anything else. So Joshua and Tiara are truly phenomenal. And I that's all I have to say. They're one of a kind.
I want y'all to know that's a heck of an introduction that Doctor just gave y'all.
They're going to hold that over my head the whole year. They're not going to let me forget it.
They're not going to let you forget it. Yeah, tell us what it means with some of the things that you're doing. Tell us about your experience at Claflin.
My experience at Claflin has been phenomenal. Just like Doc said, he's part of the reason why it is. This campus is really family oriented, and they help us be the best possible versions of ourselves. Claflin is the best place to be in the #1 HBCU in South Carolina, and this is the best week of the year. So I'm very excited about what's to come this week.
And what holds a special place to you coming up?
Homecoming does. Homecoming holds a very special place because being on the student activity board, we planned for this starting in the summer. It started last semester, actually, and we're just getting ready for things. So now to see it come to fruition, it's just a truly honor to see all the people come out, show us love, and just to connect with our alumni. So homecoming holds a very special place in my heart.
Mr. SGA President, is this something you ran your campaign on about homecoming?
No, I don't know if I ran my campaign about homecoming, but I'm glad to be that connecting piece and liaison between the student body and also our executive administration to advocate for the things that they want to see and want to have on campus, such as homecoming, even down to homecoming artists, being able to sit in meetings with our president and our Vice President of Student Development and Dr. and just discuss some of those aspects that make homecoming what it is, including our concert. It's definitely great to be a part of that, and I'm so excited for homecoming and to see all the work that we put in come to life. So yes.
Were you involved at all with it last year, or is this your first time going through the homecoming experience?
So I was involved in the homecoming experience last year. I had a great homecoming. I was actually on the Royal Court last year as Mr. Orange and Maroon. So I got that VIP experience. But this year is more hands-on for me as far as working in the background and helping make sure the production of things come together as far as homecoming. With events and like I said, like the concert as well, just being able to be in those rooms and sit down and advocate for certain things for homecoming. So it's a different aspect this year, even though I was involved last year. But I've loved both experiences.
Okay, Tiana, were you involved with it last year?
Yes, this is actually my third year being involved with homecoming.
Ooh.
So every year it just gets better and better, and I feel like the students are loving it. So it's been very hands-on, very engaging, and I feel like we're just making it the best we can possibly do.
Having been involved with student activities and homecoming as a part of Florida A&M University, we know that homecoming is a lot more than what people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of planning that goes on. And then you have to navigate the different interest groups to do enough to keep everybody happy, but still stay within the confines of the university. How did the experience that you two have, you even with 3 years, how did that help lead you to be able to lead and make some of the decisions that you made?
Although we're an HBCU, it's a very diverse campus. So I feel like we do really good at making sure we're catering to extroverts as well as introverts. And those people how do we get them out of their rooms? How do we make those events that they're actually looking forward to? We send out a feedback every single year to get what do the students want to see? What do they like? How can we improve on it? So I feel like we take those things and we actually implement them on campus. So we do, I feel like, a really good job of just seeing what do the students want and how can we make that happen.
Okay, Mr. SGA president.
Could you ask the question one more time?
Yes. How have your experiences been with all that you've gone through, helped you to be able to be in a position to navigate the various constituent groups that you have? Because one thing we always used to have problems with was what the students wanted and then what the returning alumni wanted. It was always a pretty wide gap with that. How did you navigate that?
Well, I would definitely start off by saying, although leadership looks fun and you see the perks of it, leadership is not easy. And so you kind of know the task that you sign up for. And so basically navigating it, like T said, you just try to get the most feedback from students and your alumni to see, okay, this is what we did this time. Where can I improve from here? And just having that strategic plan and taking that time the planning process for everything, but especially homecoming, is so important to that process. I think just taking that time to sit down and actually plan properly. Like Tierra said, they've been planning homecoming. Well, we've been planning homecoming since the summer. So just taking that time to actually plan right and take into account the feedback that you get, I think that's what helped us the most.
Well, Doctor, what is your role? Very, very essential and key to this whole thing. How do you handle it in trying to make sure that the students have the input, but still keep it within the confines of what's best for the university?
No, most definitely. I'll say that, my role is really to be a facilitator of what the students want out of their experience. And we know we're balancing what the expectations are for alumni. But Claflin is very special in that our alums understand and know that our students should be and are the focal point of the homecoming experience. We've not, since I've been here, gotten pushback or any, negative, feedback from alums about the experience, because they've all said, they've been excited about the difference in this generation of students and the types of events that they want to have. And so for me, I was a basketball player, so I'm like the Chris Paul of this whole operation. I'm giving assist. I am the facilitator. I'm making sure things happen so that our students have the best experience possible, whether that is making sure we work closely with our public safety team to ensure that the safety of everybody that's coming to homecoming, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of Claflin is at the forefront of our thoughts, even down to the concert moving down to Saturday. Historically, the concert has been on Thursday, but because of the artists that we have this year and the lineup that we have, the diverse lineup we have, we felt like we could cater to our alums, and we got so much positive feedback on that. And so to get that from the students and alums, it's been something that's been really great to see. And so I just like in my role, I love being in the background for these types of events because it's important that we highlight our students and our alums because they are truly what the DNA of Claflin University is.
I like that, the DNA of Claflin. Talk a little bit about that. What you just said was significant, that the homecoming concert was moved from Thursday to Saturday. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. How difficult was it to be able to do that? And what's the advantage in terms of having it on Saturday?
Yeah, it really wasn't difficult at all. It allowed us to really open up the planning for our week to bring in different events. And for us, why not have the concert on a Saturday when we have alums in town? South Carolina State gave us a blessing. They have a home football game that day as well. So think about the large number of people that will already be in Orangeburg that could come and support Claflin University's homecoming concert. It was a no-brainer for us. And then when we got to working with the production company and our students, our homecoming committee to select the homecoming artist lineup, we put something together that blended new artists with someone who's timeless, whose music is timeless and that people still listen to. And so, being able to have that, we've seen just tremendous results in the way of not only ticket sales, but like I mentioned earlier, just the feedback that we've gotten from alums, also the students, but definitely alums as well about their excitement for the concert.
Okay, students, tell me how you feel about who you have coming for homecoming.
Well, personally, I feel great about who we have coming for homecoming. Like Doc said, it's a big array of different personalities and music that they offer. But being able to serve in these positions and advocate for something and work so hard for something and see it come to the light and be able to work out is just amazing to me. So I'm definitely excited for homecoming, especially the concert.
Okay, tell us about who's coming for those people who don't know.
If you haven't seen it, get ready. We have a huge lineup. We're gonna have Big Yavo, YTB Fat, Big Boss Vet, and the headliner of Boosie. So it's gonna be a huge lineup. We have 4 artists coming. So get ready, prepare your wallets, prepare your hearts and minds. It's gonna be a great concert.
And I also like to say, oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
also like to
please.
say we have that mix, like Doc said, and I just want to emphasize that. We're catering not only to our students with these younger artists, but we also have Boosie, who our alumni are more relatable to, things of that nature. So that's definitely another highlight of that concert.
I like how you say that. Somebody that the alumni are relatable to. That's pretty good there. How hard was it to go about selecting these artists and getting them to come? It's never as easy as it seems. Having done it, it's a lot that goes in, and behind the scenes negotiations and the things you have to put on their contract and provide for them and everything. People just think it's, just let me pick so-and-so and have them. It's a lot more difficult than that. Share with everybody how difficult that really is.
Well, once we get past the students wanting to have like Beyonce and people that are just totally not going to be able to, outside of the scope of our abilities here at Claflin, and then it's almost like a puzzle, right? You're trying to figure out who can we plug together, which artists can we go together to make the concert flow in a way that's going to be that makes sense. And we're also really blessed because obviously we have some phenomenal Claflin alumni, one of which is Jamal Dukes, who owns his own production company. And he works closely with my office he communicates with the artists once we let them know who we want. And he has made everything very seamless. So once that happens, he knows the Claflin way, our expectations around our concert experience. And then it's simply from there, it's just simply conversations to ensure that the numbers match and what we need. And then we're good to go. But the process of selecting an artist, and Tiara can tell you, we call her T, but she can tell you, we go through these surveys that our students submit, and we are looking at names of artists and we were laughing and joking and smiling because we're like, they didn't think we were going to get this person, or why would they even think we would get this person? So she's a part of that process.
Oh yeah, the
I would say to
reality
add
of
on
it.
to that, we also have a student artist. So like we keep it very in house. So we have like Jay Dukes who does our productions. We pick these artists, and then we also get a student who gets to like open up for one of these big artists. So I feel like that's something that we really pride ourselves on, and it's different from most schools.
Okay, the homecoming concert itself is always important, but you have so many diverse groups that come for homecoming that you try to provide something, a little bit of something for everybody. Tell us about some of the other things that you have that your students and alumni really get behind.
Well, I mean, obviously we're not a football school. And so anytime we have basketball and it's the season that's opening and the two phenomenal teams that we have this year, we are going to be excited about that. And I will say that our student section has been ready. The jungle has been ready for Claflin basketball. And so they are reared up, the alums, the energy and the band. I mean, if you've never been to a basketball game during homecoming at Claflin, there's just like you walk in and you just feel it, like your heart start thumping. And so I think for students, for the alums, like it is the ticket. Outside of the homecoming concert or the Greek step show, it is the ticket that people are calling and asking about. I was actually had some calls early this morning from alums asking about game tickets, and I'm like, you gotta go talk to Ms. Dion and Ms. Lee in athletics. That's I'm glad they take that on, but there's the excitement of that. And then like I said, we have different events throughout the week, but that Saturday, we had the tailgate, and Miss Lee has done a great job around getting diverse DJs. So there'll be different music types, genres, and this trail ride phenomenon is real big these days. And so we'll have that experience out there as well. And so the tailgate, to the basketball game, to the concert, it's just a perfect blend of just an intergenerational experience that Claflin homecoming is. And it's exciting. I'm talking it up now and getting myself excited as I talk more about it. So yeah.
Well, one thing I know is that your energy is contagious, because I've been there homecoming, and what's going on in tailgating, I mean, you got 10 times more people out there in the tailgating that you have room for to be able to get in the game. I mean, when I pulled up and I saw the traffic, I thought it was an accident or something. I said, what is going on with all this traffic at Claflin homecoming? I mean, it was thick in there. I was so proud of it. And the tailgate party, man, that thing was off the chain. I was like, get out of here. I mean, the different fraternities and sororities and alumni groups and just everybody having not even a good time, but a great time. I mean, it's a little special. We're not even talking about the game, because it was nowhere to sit in the game.
Not at all. Not at all. And like I said, our men's and women's basketball teams, I mean, they're just set up this year for some really big success. And what better way to send them and get them started this season with a great homecoming game that we're going to win.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned something earlier that most people underestimate. And I know the students, it's always a priority for you as well. But what did y'all think when you realized how much time and effort goes into providing security and making sure that everybody's safe, and the fact that, no matter what you do, the safety is a number one priority, and you had probably as many meetings about security as you did about anything else?
Being in the position I am now, I really appreciate it, because I just look at our school and I realize like how secure they are with making sure that we're good. We feel comfortable at every event we go to, and we take those extra precautions to make sure people have college IDs and that we can just have an enjoyable time and not worry about whether we're going to have an incident at our events. So I really appreciate being in this position, and it definitely takes a lot of time just to make sure that we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's. So.
Yes, I definitely have an appreciation for the precautions that our public safety take, such as far as having officers in the building. And some of the things that have been going on during homecoming at other universities, ours has taken the time out to put things in place, like having more officers around invisible, period. Officers in dorms just to make sure people who aren't supposed to be there aren't there. The way we check in and check out of certain events so far that we've had, it's been really smooth and really good. And you can actually feel the presence of our campus police, our public safety. So yes.
Wow, that's a key thing, Doc. You want to comment on that at all?
Yeah, we keep an eye on, what's happened. Josh said it, very well, and so did T. We have watched other homecomings in not only the HBCUs but across the country at all universities, and there are people who don't mean good and want to come and just cause confusion and disturb the event, and so we want to make sure that we're working closely with our public safety team, and no amount of security. We will not cut corners when it comes to security, because we want to make sure that our students are safe, our alumni are safe, faculty, staff, those in the community that want to experience homecoming. And so we're not going to cut corners or take any shortcuts when it comes to the need and the presence of our security, because we know that we want to continue to have a great homecoming experience. And they've worked so well with us. In addition to our public safety on campus, I want to really just give a special shout out to all of the outside agencies that have volunteered their time and service this week to ensure that all of our events are successful and safe. And so we could not do this without, and if I start calling names, I'm going to leave somebody out. But, whether it's the Sheriff's Department or Orangeburg Public Safety, the state, state agencies and different things like that, they've just been phenomenal, and we're very, very grateful for their ability to collaborate and partner with us.
Oh, that's a good point to acknowledge that, because it's so much more than what's going on campus for homecoming, and to coordinate this. There's so many different entities and groups that you're not even aware of it. I mean, even you get your sheriffs involved, and you get the police involved, and you get the local police. Everybody's kind of involved and has a dog in the hunt. Now, you did mention one activity I got to come back to, and I want to make sure I got it right. Did you say your Greek step show or step show? And you said one of those.
The Greek step show is Thursday night. And our chapters have I brag all the time when I go to other people's schools, because I believe that I have the best chapters of every organization, undergraduate chapters in the country. When you talk about academics, involvement, their just social aspects on campus, they're simply the best. And they've been practicing. They have been practicing. And this is also one part of the year as an advisor where I get to sit back and really just smile, because I know the hard work that they've put in to put on their show for the community. And so I want to make sure that they have the crowds that they deserve, because like I said, they do so much for the community and for the campus. And so that's Thursday night at 9:00 after our 40 under 40 gala on campus. So come on over. The tickets are on sale now. I think there's a promo code. They're $5 off, so that get $15. So not bad. And just come support our Greeks as they have supported our campus and community throughout the year.
Boy, that Greek step show is a hot ticket item everywhere. Boy, people make sure they get to that show.
You may or may not have two people that are stepping this year on this call. So they've been putting in work, getting ready for this show, and I know they're excited. We got the Zetas and my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha, represented on this call. So I know they're going to do what they need to do to come out on top this year.
No Kappas?
The Kappas are stepping, but they're not on this call.
They're not on that 3 call, but the Kappas are represented.
Yes, everybody. We will have a show that is representative of fraternities and sororities this year.
Being a Greek, one of the things that I always have to mention to people is that fraternities and sororities have a closeness that everybody doesn't really understand. They always think that, it's so much competitiveness, and it is, but it's in love, and everybody wants the same thing for each organization. Nobody wants anything negative to happen. You have some real close friends that are in different colors that are still your friends, and you still look out for them. And so, but that Greek step show, I don't care. And if you've never been to one, I'm telling you, you are missing something. It's a change of life experience.
It is. It is. It definitely is.
Where do you have yours at?
Ours will be in the Intellis Arena where the basketball games are played. So, and it is packed. It is a packed house. You think basketball game here? Greek Step Show is close, and just the attendance and the lack of seats. So, if you don't get your ticket soon, there won't be a ticket to get. So, definitely want to make sure that people do that.
Do you have something on Sunday at the conclusion of homecoming week? Do you have something that you do on Sunday?
Once homecoming ends on Saturday with the concert, there's nothing from the student perspective that takes place on Sunday. We started last Saturday with an opening party for them. We did our church service on that following day, and so once they have gone to the concert, we allow them to rest and enjoy the next 2 days because they go home after Thanksgiving, and we don't see them until January.
But you just said something where I was trying to get to. You said church service on Sunday, and you start the week off with church service.
We do.
So I that's where I was trying to go, but you got there before me. As we wrap this component up, which is always Doctor, you killing me because you always have so much energy that you bring, and the students have. I mean, they just really, it's a show that everybody talks about, with Claflin students. As we continue to do these shows, the people always have a comment about the quality of the students at Claflin and the different things that the students have accomplished that even though you publicize it, you can't get enough publicity on it. Is there anything any of you would like to say heading into it? Please, Doc, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I was going to highlight what you said. I am blessed every single day to come work with, support, advise, and just be a resource for the phenomenal students that we have here at Claflin. I will put them up against any student on any college campus in the country, in this world, because they are just remarkable human beings who are constantly working hard and striving to be the best versions of themselves. And so I love this part of the year because this is the one time where they get to let their hair down safely and have a great time. And they get to experience that Claflin magic that we talk about all the time. And so I'm just blessed to be their dean of students, and I'm just happy that they're able to have a phenomenal place like Claflin to learn, grow, and develop.
One of the things that I know is that a lot of people say that about their institution. But ladies and gentlemen, I was a former basketball coach, men and women, traveled to most HBCU campuses, and Claflin is a rarity. It's not many places I've been that I've seen the success of their students that Claflin has and the family atmosphere on campus. Everybody says it's like a family, but it ain't like that. At Claflin, it really is. Mr. SGA President, anything you like to say in closing? T, anything you like to say?
So yes, like I said before, it's definitely a task getting the work done and the work side of it done, but it's very rewarding to see the fruits of our labor, or just being able to know that people actually enjoy the events. And just as much as Doc has thanked us, we have to thank him, because if we didn't have a dean of students like him, or even the administration, or our administration as a whole, but to highlight Doc, just him backing us and advocating for us to have certain events, or just even being in spaces till 12 o'clock, just making sure everything's okay. If we didn't have somebody like that in our corner, none of it would be possible. So definitely big shout out to him. And I'm looking forward to homecoming. I'm looking forward to a safe homecoming. So yeah.
T?
It's the best time of the year. I'm super excited, and I really want to just thank the administration, public safety, and everyone who plays a part in it, whether it be the students or whoever. We make this what it is, and I feel like it's going to be a great year to have a great, safe homecoming. And I just want to thank everyone because it's going to be a great year, and I hope to see you there.
You got it straight from the students and from the leadership. Claflin homecoming is sweet. You need to be there. It's a place you want to be. It's a little special. Everybody has some things going on special at homecoming. Man, Claflin really, really shocked me. It's It's a special place. I'm telling you what I know because I was there. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being with us on the Claflin Athletics Show, Season 3. Doctor always bringing energy and bringing his students, showcasing them and showing them off. We appreciate y'all very much.
No problem. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.